Hi, Elizabeth Gillis here. Thanks for joining me to learn about the BodyTalk Cortices technique. Now, whether you're new to BodyTalk and the Cortices or whether you're looking for a refresher because you've kind of forgotten how to do it, then this is the perfect place for you. So for you newbies, you're probably wondering, what the heck is this BodyTalk Cortices technique? Why is it important for me to do this? And what are the benefits that I'm going to get out of it? And hopefully I will answer all of those questions for you in this video. So the purpose of the BodyTalk Cortices technique is to improve communication between the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. When we do that, we improve brain function. And when we improve brain function, then we improve body function, right? Because all wellness begins with the brain. So we want to understand that the two sides of the brain have their own personalities. They have their own contributions that they make to overall brain function. We've all, or at least I know I have, done those little surveys that tell you whether you're more right brain or more left brain. They're kind of fun to do. And but it tells you that there's different personality aspects. So we have the right side of the brain that is all about emotion and spirituality. It's about intuition and art and music. And it's a little bit of a risk taker, and it just knows stuff. Then we have almost the polar opposite with the left side of the brain, which is all about logic and organization. It likes details and math and science, and it likes to play it safe. So you can see the different personalities and aspects of both sides of the brain. So the two have to work together as a team. They need to feed information back and forth and communicate. What happens is when we experience stress, that communication can break down. And the two sides of the brain, rather than feeding information seamlessly back and forth and communicating and working together as a team, what happens is they end up talking at each other, or they end up bickering a lot more. And that's not really going to get us anywhere as far as optimizing our brain function and therefore working to promote a better working body. So with the Cortices technique, we balance those two hemispheres of the brain, we improve the communication, and then the body works better as a result. So what are the benefits that you get from balancing your cortices? Well, it promotes overall healing, it improves well-being, it stimulates healing, right? And it improves clarity and focus, memory and concentration. It reduces the negative impact of stress, which is a really big one, and it improves sleep. So conditions that it can help people who are dealing with ADHD, insomnia, or dyslexia. It can also help stroke victims, coma patients, as well as people who have gone into shock during some kind of medical emergency or some kind of injury. So when is a good time to do your cortices? Basically anytime you want. This is one of those things that sometimes more is better. And so if you have a hard time waking up in the morning, do it in the morning before, when you get up. Do it before you go to sleep at night. If you're a student, tap out your cortices before you take an exam. If you are an athlete, or you're into athletics, do your cortices before a sporting event. So anytime you want to relax, calm down, you're in a stressed out situation, the cortices is a great idea. So let's go ahead and transition from what it does for you to actually doing the technique itself. So with the BodyTalk Cortices technique, we want to create a bridge between the right and the left hemispheres of the brain. So if you can imagine a center line going along or in the middle of your skull, that would be the dividing line. We're going to be doing different hand positions, starting at the base of the skull and moving all the way forward to the eyebrows, and then we're going to be doing the sides. So pick a hand that you want to use for the hand placement, and that's the one that we're going to be positioning actually on our head. And then the other one will be used for tapping. Now, if you're not familiar with BodyTalk, we do tapping on top of the head with our fingers wide open, and tapping over the heart on the chest area, over the sternum. And the purpose of that is tapping on the heart actually wakes up the brain, gets it to pay attention to what we're asking it to do. And the tapping on the heart is similar to a save button on your computer when you've been working on a document so that you don't lose the things that you've been working on. And so that's why we do the tapping on top of the head and over the heart area. So when we're doing the BodyTalk Cortices technique, the hand that's going to be used for the position needs to be in a closed position, because if we open it up, we're going to be missing spots, and we don't want to miss any spots doing this, right? So we want to make sure that we get everything working right and communicating better and not skipping any areas. We're going to be, whenever we move positions, we're going to be starting off exactly the same spot that we left off on the previous position. And the other thing that we want to do is we want to take slow, deep breaths in and out when we're doing this. And we're going to do 2 breath cycles for every hand position. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to do my hand positions with this hand. Fingers are going to be closed. Starts at the base of the skull with your thumb touching your neck area. And then with our other hand, we're going to do the tapping on top of our heads. We're going to take a nice, slow, deep breath in and tap on top, covering both sides of the brain, both the left and right hemisphere of the brain, both with the hand that's tapping up at the top and the hand that's on position on your skull. And breathe in and out. Move hand positions. And nice slow deep breath in, fingers wide up at the top. Breathe in and breathe out. Another one, breathe in and breathe out. Move hand positions again. When you get to the top, you can either tap in front of your hand, on top of your hand, or in back of your hand, whichever is most comfortable for you. Slow, deep breath in. And over the heart. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Next hand position. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now everyone is going to be a little bit different. Some people need more hand positions than others. Some people have smaller hands, some people have bigger hands, so whatever you need to do to cover all the way from the base of the skull to just above the eyebrows. And when we're done with this part, we're going to go ahead and move on to the sides, and this time we're going to need both hands. Fingers closed on both, fingers pointing towards the back, and the position is going to be just above the earlobes. So let me turn around for you. And you'll just hold that for a moment, and then you can release one hand and do the tapping on top. Again, fingers spread out across both hemispheres of the brain. Nice deep breath in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Go ahead and replace that hand and release the other hand and tap on top. And exhale, breathe over the tap over the heart. Breathe in over the head. And breathe out over the heart, tapping over the heart, over the chest. And that's it. So when you get used to it, it might be a little awkward at first, but your body and your brain will thank you doing this for yourself. Share it with your loved ones and do it for yourself daily if you can. I'd love to hear back from you, your success stories, and it has a cumulative effect, so it will only continue to improve your health and well-being. And I'd love to hear from you, and shoot me an email, text me, give me a phone call if you have any questions about BodyTalk, doing your cortices, or any other services that we offer. So thanks so much for joining me today, learning about the cortices technique, and have a great day.